Antimatter. 14 billion years ago, the universe was created out of an infinitesimal singularity and has been expanding ever since. This explosion was called the Big Bang. The Big Bang created particles that now build up on specific structures that form practically all we know of, such as quarks, fermions, and leptons. But the Big Bang also created the same amount of particles that were very similar, but they were composed of different matter, antimatter. These antiquarks, antifermions, and antileptons existed as well. For example, one atom of oxygen has 8 protons and 8 electrons, forming an atom of neutral oxygen. An antioxygen atom would have 8 antiprotons and 8 positrons, the anti-electron, basically. However, when an antiparticle collided with a particle, they subsequently annihilated each other and released energy, in this case, gamma photons. That's why many science fiction films feature antimatter engines and torpedoes. This, however, is currently impossible without negative energy, neutral matter, and a quantum field projector. However, it is possible to trap antimatter inside a magnetic field, being neutral but very, very expensive to maintain. It was estimated that several quadrillion dollars was needed for 1 gram of antimatter to be trapped. Based on what I said earlier, you may be wondering, how come all the antimatter was destroyed, but us, composed of matter, are still here? There is one theory, baryogenesis, that states that the matter could have annihilated the antimatter in a non-equal ratio. This means, for example, one matter particle annihilated 3 antimatter particles, and because of this, all the antimatter was destroyed, and we still have 1/6 of the previous mass in the universe. But after all, we could still be antimatter, as they behave similar as matter, and this could possibly be used to explain all the paradoxes with normal matter. Another theory states that when the antimatter-matter annihilation released the energy, it was in the form of positive energy, because from Einstein's famous E equals mc squared physics equation, we know that energy can be converted into mass and vice versa. But who knows? We could just be composed of antimatter. Since matter and antimatter is practically the same thing, antimatter is just a little bit more negative.